So here's a really fun master's interior search. I think that this search is Iona's favorite because she loves searching multiple rooms. Like after the first room, she's like, bam, ready for the next one, ready for the next one. So I think she feels like she gets her money's worth on these searches. Um, for this one, there's going to be 3 rooms, and each room has between 0 and 3 hides. There can only be one blank room. Um, and so if you get the number of hides correct, then you can move on to the next room. It's very common that these searches are in a classroom, and as you can see, it's only like half the classroom, not the whole thing. And so it's not a very big area, and the time limits are very tight. So I recommend timing yourself for each one. I messed up my watch at the start of this search. And you can see right there, I'm looking at my watch going, oh no, I have no idea how many seconds I have left. I think this was a 2-minute time limit. So I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, and it doesn't feel good. So I think, well, I better put her back on leash so we can get down to business. Whenever there's a tight time limit, I always will set my timer because it gives me that peace of mind to know that if my time is running out, I can just call finish, and even if, and I might have found them all, so there should be never excuse to time out for any reason. You need to know what your time is doing. So you saw she got both hides here, so we're going to go on to the next room. This is a really interesting room because there's one hide and it's blowing a ton of odor towards the start line. And so you can see, let's see if we can see when she first gets an odor, right about here. So you can see she's working odor. So you can see she's in odor, she's directional, so she's going to source, right? So you can see that she caught odor, she got directional, she's sourcing now, and then she's alerting now. So we saw the whole behavior chain that makes me feel very comfortable about calling alert. And then what you're going to see is where some pulling odors. So look at that. So you saw she's in odor right there, right? This almost looks like an inaccessible hide. So I'm thinking there could be odor under that table, or there could be source under that table. There's definitely odor on that table. But if you'll watch, she caught that again. Did you see that? And then she's like, oh, it's there. Oh, I already found that one, right? But when she comes back to this crescent table, you'll see these kind of mushy changes of behavior. And so she's telling me there is odor here. There's odor stuck under this table, right? But there's no source. It takes me a while to get it, but I do, finally figure out what she is trying to tell me. And thankfully, I don't call alert. I've been burned way too many times by this. But this is why it's so important to know what your dog looks like when they're not in odor, to know what they look like when they're in odor, to know what they look like when they're in pooling odor, right? So you can see here, she's saying there's something here in that look back right there, but I did not call alert. And I think I keep her in the area again, and you can see she shows again some, interest. It's not as strong as that first time in that look back again, but I did not call it, thankfully. So that's another good thing about watching these videos is when you watch it, you really are forced to confront exactly what your dog's doing and what you did in that situation. So this is our last room. This is another interesting one. This is a converging odor problem. You see her pick up odor there. She's working it off these chairs, right? She's kind of ping-ponging back and forth to the right, to the left, and eventually she finds the first hide on this chair. So, at the time I was thinking, oh, there's only one set to come, but when you see her catch odor again, it's pretty obvious that there are 2. This is a really cool hide because the camera is right over my shoulder, so you can see kind of what I'm doing. Look at this footwork, so I'm kind of moving, I'm not standing stationary, right? And if you just see my feet here, when she moves, I move, right? When she moves, I move. I don't just plant myself. That's a good way to get your dog to false alert on something. So Iona found the second hide in here. Now I just have to clear it to make sure there's not 3 hides, and then call finish. love these interior searches. What can I say? They're really fun, and Iona loves running them. I think she could probably run about 5 more of these before she would need a drink of water. But thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful, and hopefully when you get into your next master's interior search, you'll remember to set the stopwatch on your watch. Okay, thank you for watching.
Tell you what, she loves your interior searches.
She killed it.